Hello, Mission Pro Wrestling family. Happy Friday. I know we have a very busy weekend with lots of wrestling, but we want to hop on here to have a special episode of On a Mission. On a Friday, we're trying something a little bit new because my special guest is here, Anna Diaz, as we're getting ready for Hard Days Night. We just wanted to chat with people right away. But before we dive in, we want to send lots of thoughts to everyone in Texas, very close to San Antonio and the friends and family that are affected by what happened earlier this week. And so we have them close to our hearts as well. And yeah, I know it's affected everyone around the country and around the world. So we took a little bit of break, but I'm happy to chat with you, Anna, today.
Thank
How are
you
you
for
doing?
having me. I'm pretty good right now. Yeah, little sore, but I'll live. So that's a daily struggle, but I'm good.
Yeah, I mean you're wrestling and training all the time, right?
I try to. Yeah, Monday through Thursdays is training. Is practice with Gangrel at CCW, and we have a pretty big class most of the time. um, which I think my body's hurting a little bit because I haven't been in the ring in a while. I haven't been able to make it to practice it. Maybe I just need a bump or something.
Uh-oh. I mean, it's a little therapeutic, right? You gotta just get in there, rip that Band-Aid off, right? Do that first bump, get your body back into it.
Absolutely. Like you have no idea. Like sometimes my back will hurt, and Gangrel will be like, I think you have to bump. Like that is the answer to all your problems. Just bump.
It looks like I'm watching the Twitterverse here, and it looks like you made an appearance tonight
He
on
did.
AEW.
Yeah, I literally just finished watching it. Coming out with the old shirt, but he doesn't wear that shirt anymore. I thought it looked good.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're watching both things right now, so thanks to everyone in the chat for supporting and watching our little on a mission show on a Friday. We're getting ready. We have two mission pro shows coming up. We have June 25th, which is in Oklahoma City, part of the Oklahoma City PopCon, 90s PopCon. Is that exciting, Anna?
That sounds pretty cool. It sounds like a cool name.
It's pretty fun. And then the show you're on August 20th, Hard Days Night, is for the Salvation Army in San Antonio. We're raising money for the Boys and Girls Club programs.
That is
And
fantastic. I love that.
it's one of
I
our,
didn't.
oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I didn't even know that they were doing a fundraiser attached to it. So that's really cool.
Yeah, so it's at the San Antonio Mission Corps, or Salvation Army Mission Corps in San Antonio. And the last few shows in San Antonio, we've been raising money for the Boys and Girls programs. And we've Mission Pro and fans at the show. We do some auctions and we do fun things to help raise money for those programs. And we're also having a school drive as well. So we're collecting pens and paper and crayons and all backpacks and doing that as well in August.
Back to school materials,
Back to
pretty
school
much.
drive, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you all so much, Matt and Ray and Bobby, for joining in the
Hello.
chat. I know you could be watching so many other things right now. We have multiple streams happening. Bobby mentioned that you had a match against Ruthie J, and Ruthie J was recently at Mission Pro.
She was. She was at. I'm not sure if it was the last show or the one before.
She was
But
at the last show, like a few weeks ago.
yeah, I saw a couple highlights of her. No, she's a sweet girl, and I started wrestling with her. Like I was her main trainer because it was at the time that Gangrel had his own school. So Gangrel mainly focused on the more advanced students, and then he would keep me working with the with the more of the basic stuff like footwork, rolls, things of that nature. So to like to see her like walk in the asylum at the time, and then now she's doing great shows and big shows and getting out there. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. And, we try to bring a lot of talent into Mission Pro. So we're
Mhm.
excited to have you come. What has been like, you've been watching Mission Pro, you said you saw some highlights. What have you seen kind of that intrigues you about Mission Pro, and why are you excited to come to our show and be a part of it on the 20th of August?
I see that. I mean, it's an all girls promotion, correct?
It is predominantly all female. We do have JP Harlow.
Okay.
We do have one men's exhibition match per show usually. Yeah,
Gotcha.
for the
Okay.
big shows, yeah.
That's probably what like drew me in the most, was that like I'll see all your posters and it'll be all women, and I'm like, huh, I need to go there. Like I need to reach out, and I need to get there somehow. But yeah, other than that, I mean, yeah, I've always see that they push women's wrestling a lot, and I why wouldn't I love that? Like that's great.
Exactly. I mean, we're not only pushing women in the ring, but also outside of the ring. We have
Exactly.
we have DJs and camera operators and photographers. We try to run the be as well rounded as possible throughout production as well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, which is it's amazing. So talk a little bit about you've been like about 6 years in the industry. You started around 15 years old.
Yeah.
Talk
Started
about
very young.
started very young. You're still very young. Talk about like what was that moment that switch, that light bulb that went off that said, "Hey, this is what I want to do." Because 15 is a very young age to like make that decision and take it seriously by starting training and trying to work towards your first match.
Yeah, absolutely. I really don't know. I think at the time I was getting homeschooled because I was homeschooled throughout high school. So it was literally just me and my computer in my room like the entire time. When I wasn't doing schoolwork, I would watch wrestling. And I don't know, there wasn't like a particular moment that it switched. Um, I just I just thought to myself like, this looks so freaking cool. I want to do it. And I started researching wrestling schools, and there's literally none in my area because I was living in Miami. And everything is up north. Everything wrestling, even shows are up north.
Hmm.
Um but now I live in Hollywood. But at the time, my mom would drive me. She drove me every day after working all day. She drove me from Miami to Fort Lauderdale to start my
And how
there.
far is
And
that? That's like four. How long is that for us that aren't
that's
familiar?
well, in rush hour traffic time, it took a good hour and a half to 2 hours.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it was rough, and I felt so terrible because like, but she was so supportive in what I wanted to do that she didn't say anything. She's like, let's find you a school and let's go. So that's what we did,
Amazing.
and the rest is history, pretty much.
And so is your mom your biggest inspiration outside of wrestling, like in your daily life? Like,
Uh, oh my God, yes, 100%. She is an incredible woman, and I don't know how she does all that she does. Like, it's insane, and like I have no script in front of me. Um, she's probably listening to this right now, but because she will not miss any little thing that I'm doing, whether it's a match, whether it's a promo that I'm cutting, or if it's just going to the going to the park or going somewhere out to eat. She's like, "Oh, I'm not at work. Do you want to meet up or something?" So absolutely, she's my biggest supporter by far.
that's amazing. I mean, it's so important to have your support system in
Mhm.
everything.
Absolutely, no, absolutely. Just in
Yeah.
life in general, you need support.
Exactly. I mean, what was her reaction? Because how long did you train before having like your first official match in front of a crowd? And
Um,
when she saw that, what I mean, I
what she
know,
think?
yeah. What was her moment of like, oh, like could she watch?
um, so I don't know, cause my first real match, cause I started with doing a battle royal, and I wouldn't count that.
Yeah, like
My
singles, like
first
a singles match.
Yeah, my first singles was against Chelsea Durden. I still remember to this day. And it was at a school. I think it was at a high school, and there were a decent amount of people there. It was like 150 maybe. So it was a good amount of people. I mean, I know I felt good about it. I was under a mask though.
Okay.
So I was wrestling as I had red hair at the time. I was wrestling as Red Dragon because I was so shy when I started at 15 that I didn't sell. I would just like laugh or I don't know, I was just like embarrassed. And then the match went well. I've asked her many times like what she thinks when I'm in the ring, like doing the things I am. And she's like, I really try not to think about it. Like she just does not think about it. My dad, on the other hand, he's like, "Oh, you're taking that bump? Oh, you're gonna do that today?" Oh, like he'll worry a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like parents are always gonna worry, but
Yeah,
that's it's I'm so happy that you have that support system. And so you talked a little bit about, like, going throughout Florida, and I'm sure you have some wild road trip stories. We like to talk about, and share stories, on the road because we travel all over. Is there a
yeah.
fun story you can share that's appropriate, that, is something fun that happened, or you know.
I mean, I this is a question I got asked the other day, and I almost didn't know how to answer it because I've I've traveled a good amount. Maybe some I just don't remember. Um, the first, I will say, the first time I traveled without my mom or dad or Gangrel, because he's my stepdad. Um, was when I went with Ruth, actually, because we were actually pretty good friends, and we were going to Thunder Championship Wrestling. Oof, that voice crack. Ignore that.
That's okay. Get some water.
Ignore
Get some
that.
water. It's all good. Oh, I don't have anything. I'm like gonna hand you a drink. I'm like, here. Like I can
Here,
help.
take this. Um, no, we went, did the show. We both had a really good time. It's not like a crazy road story. It's just first road trip with like a good girlfriend, and then we stayed at this hotel, and I let her pick the hotel and whatever. It
Uh-oh.
was
Was that a
not
good
like
was that a good thing to do?
I mean, for the price was very reasonable, but it was literally just in the middle of nowhere. There were no lights. It was super dark, and uh, I don't know. It was not a trustworthy like place.
Okay. All
Like I
right.
wouldn't leave my stuff in the room even if the door was locked.
Okay.
But it was an experience.
So you're on the road with your bestie, and you stop at, your favorite gas station. We stop at Bucky's here in Texas. I think
Okay.
Bucky's you have in Florida as well. I think there's a few.
Okay.
But what are your snacks? Like you get a whole basket, you're with Ruthie in the car, you're jamming to music. What
Hmm.
are your snacks that you need in your road trip?
Well, first of all, I'm not jamming to her playlist. Hers is terrible. compared to
Okay,
what
all right, noted.
compared to what I like. But okay, I always hmm my go-to snack is I'll probably get like a Len and Larry's protein cookie.
Oh, those are good.
Yes,
Like which flavor? I know there's like snickerdoodle and lemon and double chocolate chip.
um I've I've really liked the white chocolate macadamian.
Ooh, that's good. That one's
It's
really
so
good
so good.
in the toaster oven. If you put
In
it in
the
the
toaster
toaster
oven?
oven, yeah, put it in the toaster oven, toast it a little bit.
Huh.
You get some toasty macadamia nuts and the white chocolate. It's delicious.
Oh, that sounds so good right now.
We'll get some cookies afterward.
No, but that if I'm feeling like I'm gonna cheat a little that day, I I am terrible when it comes to Sour Patch Kids. Like I absolutely love them.
Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. I'm really like one of our fans at Mission Pro, Ryan, sent us a huge thing of Sour Patch Kids that took us about 6 months to get through.
Oh my
So I
god.
wish I had some to send you.
No, do not send it to me. Like, because I'll eat it and I will not I'll just keep on eating that. It's the
Well,
best.
now we know to bring some Sour Patch Kids on August 20th. We'll get you
Oh
some.
no,
We'll
no,
get you some.
no. It's not necessary, girl. It's not necessary.
So Bobby in the chat. Bobby is a regular Mission Pro fan who is always in the chat, and he wants to know who do you want to wrestle against at Mission Pro. So we have not officially announced your match for August 20th yet, but who is your dream opponent at Mission Pro?
I've worked her before, but not in a singles, I believe. I think it was in a gauntlet. But my dream opponent, it would definitely be Holidead.
Oh, okay. Our champion.
Yeah, I mean that I forgot. Yeah, she is the champion too.
She is the champion.
That's another reason though. But no, in all seriousness, she is great. Like in the ring, she's so great. Her face paint is freaking cool. Like I wish I can do that to my face. And we were both trained by Gangrel, so I think it would be kind of cool to see how similar our styles clash. Because she's had a little more experience in other states and stuff, and I'm still getting to that level. So I still have Gangrel's training stuck, drawn into my head, which is a good thing. But whenever you go other places, you always pick up a little bit of style from everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Holidead has had some, as our champion, has had some incredible opponents from all over, and she wants bangers only. That is her continuous mantra that she has been saying since December of last year. That we will only have bangers only type of matches, and so she keeps calling people out and saying, "All right, who's going to step up to the plate?"
Yeah, so, if you really want it, I mean.
Gotta work for that gold. Yeah. But how do you feel about Holidead? Kind of, she brings she has this demoness side to her. This this viciousness, this otherworldly type of energy, and sometimes she brings knives to the ring. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Right. Why are you gonna play? Why are you gonna? Oh, knives. I thought you said nice. I'm like.
Oh no, not nice.
I'm like.
She's not nice.
I've never seen her nice.
No.
I'm like. I like knives. So I like pocket knives. I'll always carry a pocket knife with me wherever I go. I will have it. I will be carrying. Okay. And I do like knives. I have a knife in literally every place at my apartment, kitchen, bathroom, hallway. Because you never.
I don't know if I'm gonna go hang out at your apartment.
No, we can have a good time without the knives.
No, we're good. We're good. I'll bring Sour Patch Kids, and then we'll be fine.
No, just because you never know where or what the situation is, or if somebody comes in and attacks you in the kitchen. Look, I'm good. I'm covered. You know what I mean?
You're good.
So that aspect really doesn't bother me that much. Just how aggressive and how not, I want to say creepy, but not creepy. Just her anger, the anger that comes out of her is a little scary.
It's the dark side. She has this dark side that bubbles up every time, and
yeah,
it's a champion's dark energy there.
yeah, but you have to. I feel like every wrestler has to have something like that.
Mhm.
like to a certain extent. You can't just be bubbly and happy all the time if you're going to step into the ring and fight somebody.
Yeah. So what do you pull from when you like cross that curtain and you step into the ring? What are you pulling from to bring your energy and your fierceness to the ring?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I kind of I want to say like I go out there and I honestly think that I'm the baddest bitch that there is. Like that's how I go out. Um, the energy that I put off, most people like it. Some people immediately like boo me, but most people like it. Um, and I always come out with the horns. You gotta respect the horns.
Exactly.
No, I just come out as me, but because it is me. That's why I go by Anna Diaz. I don't need a different name. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, I really don't care. So that's the
Nice.
energy I bring
I
out.
mean, you have to have that confidence and you have to have that attitude and bring that to the ring. Bobby recommended that you have a match against Gigi Ray. Are you familiar with Gigi?
I'm not, but that name is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. She's been at Mission Pro a few times, and yeah, you should check out some of her matches.
Absolutely,
She's really
I
awesome.
will now. Yeah.
So, I know we talked a little bit. So, like August 20th is a charity fundraiser show for the Boys and Girls Club. It's going to be streaming on Title Match Network. We're also accepting sponsorships. So, anyone in the chat, you can email missionprowrestling@gmail.com and you can sponsor your favorite wrestler, your favorite match once we announce it. And that all will help and go directly to the wrestlers. You can sponsor Anna right here.
Your favorite wrestler.
Your
Hello.
favorite
Hi.
wrestler right there, because she'll be heading to Hard Days Night on the 20th in San Antonio. Um, and I know, so as we think about like the charity fundraiser, and we're gonna have a back to school drive, I wanted to hear from you, Anna, because we talked a little bit offline about kind of your focus in nonprofits as well, and giving back to the community. And so I would love to hear you're working for um, a new nonprofit to
Yeah.
help raise awareness for epilepsy, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just started like 2 weeks ago. Um, yeah. I started as a community resource specialist. So basically, I just promote and like just talk about all the services they do. When I was smaller, all the walks that I would go to for epilepsy was theirs. So I'm really liking it so far. My ultimate dream, though, is to open my own nonprofit. And right now, I've had it for about 2 years, maybe. It's it's not a nonprofit, but because I'm still working on the paperwork, but it's a charity organization called WWOFL, and it's for epilepsy. And I fundraise for epilepsy as much as I can because I've lived with epilepsy since I was 6 years old. I was diagnosed, so I know how much it sucks to have it. Um, and I want to support and I want to bring joy and confidence to those that are going through the same things I went through or still going through. You know what I mean? I did two WWO events that were actually wrestling shows, which went very well. They were super super fun, and I have one coming up June 12th, which is going to be a concert. It's down in Homestead, but the venue is super. It's super chill. Bar, food, live music. So that's happening too. And I'm thinking I'm picking a date for November. It's gonna be November 19th, and it's gonna be for epilepsy awareness as well. But it's gonna be a wrestling show. So save the date on that one.
All right, everyone, save that date. That's amazing. I mean, it's such an incredible work you're doing. I mean, 6 years old, you were diagnosed. You were practically a little child, a little one, and so, at 15, you start training, and I know it can be a very difficult, kind of thing to kind of manage, right? And so
Yeah.
how was that? Did you have to have conversations with your parents at that young age of, like, how do you manage epilepsy with, like, training and doing that? Did it affect anything or
I think so. I've been doing sports since I was 3 years old. My mom put me in gymnastics. I did karate. I actually started doing gymnastics competitively around my teenage years. Um, she didn't like my parents never treated me any different than an average kid that didn't have epilepsy. So I guess I always it was hard, but I never really had that conversation with them. Which is maybe why like at a point I didn't want to go to any walks that they did. I hated, like, despise the color purple or even somebody
Mhm.
talking about epilepsy because I was just so sick of it and just so, like, so over having it. Um, so maybe that was the cause of some of my hate and just anger. But like eventually I just had to be that's why I have the serenity prayer on my side
Oh,
is
wow.
I just have to accept the things I can't change and I have to be smart enough to know the difference. And this is something it has no cure. It has a lot of treatments, but
Mhm.
it has no definite cure. So I can only control what I can and the rest I just have to accept. So I'm going to do what I want when I want despite what I have. So
I mean, I feel like that's a beautiful message, um, just in general. I feel like there's so many things that, we get overwhelmed with and we might feel like gets in our way sometimes. And you just have such passion and such conviction and willing to do anything and you're doing it and it's amazing.
I try. I mean, there's still times that I get super down about it. If I have like multiple seizures one day, yeah, I'm gonna be upset. But then that that feeling they pass like waves. Every feeling passes like a wave. So you'll feel it, you accept it, and then you just have to move on and tell yourself like, hey, I can't change this. It's there. Just move on. So
Yeah.
I want others to do the same because I I really know how hard it can get.
Yeah, I mean, what's some advice you would give? Because you started at 15, you've been in the 6 years, you've seen had so many ups and downs just in general. What's some advice that you would give someone that's like, hey, I'm gonna do this. Um, I want to be a wrestler. What's
Um,
the thing that, like, if you could go back in time and tell some advice to yourself?
hmm. I don't know. I ended up crying a lot. I would run to the bathroom and cry.
Oh
But
no.
but that no, but okay. That means the training that I was getting was good.
Was good.
Was good because it made me a stronger person. No, I'm gonna tell them, hey, if you're in this for anything but love, I wouldn't tell myself this. I would tell
Mhm.
somebody else. If you're
Okay.
in this for not for anything else but love for the sport and the business, then go home because
Mm.
you don't do it for the money. You don't do it for followers on Instagram. It's not gonna be enough to carry you through everything you're gonna go through and everything you have to put into the sport. So just go. That's what I would say, honestly.
For sure. I mean, you have to truly love it, like, deep inside your soul, because
Yeah.
there's so much ups and downs, and it's a roller coaster, and sometimes it's not forgiving.
Oh, absolutely not. And like there's no jewel at the end of the journey. The journey is the jewel. The journey is what you have to enjoy.
Mhm. For
So
sure.
if you're not in it to enjoy everything, up to whatever it may be, or you might get nothing. You might just stay independently, or you never know. So,
Yeah. I
but
mean,
if you enjoy it, then it's all worth it.
yeah. I mean, what do you see as kind of, you know, it's been a really rough few years for a lot of
Yeah.
the wrestlers in the industry. And where do you see yourself in the end of 2022, beyond 2023? Do you have your vision in your mind of like some of the things that you want to accomplish?
Um, I have things I want to accomplish. I usually don't put a deadline on it, which I probably should, because then I would definitely push harder to make that happen. Um, Definitely in my vision for wrestling, I've been wanting to get booked more outside in different states. So starting with you guys, I was super pumped that I got the opportunity to work with you guys.
Is this your debut in Texas?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think I haven't wrestled
Okay.
Texas.
All right.
So
We're gonna give you a big Texas welcome. We're gonna go to Buc-ee's, which is like the Disneyland of gas stations,
okay, yes, that
and you're
sounds
gonna
interesting.
get every snack. You'll get those Sour Patch Kids for sure.
Oh God, no. Um, but yeah, yeah, debut in Texas. I've worked like the Carolinas one or two times, but yeah, I definitely wanna get more out of state bookings and get to that next level of more people recognizing who I am.
That sounds good. I mean, I'm excited that you're gonna be here at Mission Pro in August. Um, yeah, I mean, I will have to do a follow-up when we announce uh, your match.
Absolutely, I would love to. Any
Awesome.
opportunity I wanna jump at.
Exactly. So I had some fun questions I wanted to ask you. Um, what is, if you could watch one movie or listen to one album for the rest of your life, which one would you choose?
Oh, on one or the other?
Yeah. So like, or you could do both. You could be like, what's the one film or what's the one album?
Yeah, that's too hard, dude. That you're gonna I'm gonna need like a solid 30 minutes to think
Because you
about
said
that.
you didn't like Ruthie J's playlist, so I got to know what her playlist
Okay,
is so
listen,
that
it
I
was a
can.
bunch of pop and like weird rap and like pop, I don't know. Like there were a couple Pink songs that I liked. I can go for Pink, but it was too pop for me.
So what's your playlist? What's your dream playlist that you like
Uh,
have to listen to your gym, like you're
I,
going to the gym?
oh, okay, there we go. Pop punk, hard rock, and
Okay.
classic rock. And a
Okay.
little a little bit of alternative too. Like alternative is like a mix of everything. But
So what do you consider, because you're 21, what do you consider classic rock?
oh, okay, so classic rock I consider Rolling Stones, AC/DC. Well,
Okay.
AC/DC is hard rock, but like Led Zeppelin, Def Leppard. I got that from my dad because
Okay.
like
That's cool. That's on my I have a rock playlist, so that's okay. We're good. We're cool.
okay, cool, cool. I didn't mess it up yet.
Because you never know, because some people categorize them in different ways. So
Oh no, absolutely not. Classic rock is classic rock. But movie, it would definitely. I have two favorite movies. I have Man on Fire with Denzel Washington.
really, okay.
Yes.
Isn't
Oh
that
god.
an intense one to like keep watching?
Oh no, it's so good.
Okay.
And then he builds a relationship with the girl, and it's amazing. That one or The Blind Side.
The Blind Side. Okay, with Sandra Bullock.
Yeah,
I do
because
like Sandra Bullock.
because that I think anybody does. Like, does anybody have anything bad to say about her?
I don't know. Let's not ask.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, but yeah, they're two kind of opposites. Like one's super action, and the other one I also like sad movies. And like The Blind Side, it's like a sad but happy ending type of movie. So
Okay. So, I always like to know what is the binge-worthy show that you're watching right now or that you just finished watching?
Law and Order SVU.
Oh! That's a good one.
Yes.
Well, wait, all the seasons or like the most recent season?
The recent seasons are good, but I'm just binging them
You're like original.
from the earlier seasons because you need Stabler in there.
Totally. I don't like what they're doing with the new Stabler because he has his own show and they keep doing the crossover stuff.
And
I don't like it.
I watched Organized Crimes. I watched like the first season, like the first part of it, and I liked it, but I didn't like it enough to keep watching it because you have to like really like be dialed in and like focused on every little thing when it comes to like the drug cartels and all that stuff. It's just too much. Like
it is a lot. It's too much.
SVU is just like, okay, a child's missing, or oh no, this girl got raped and they killed her. Like, okay, yeah, I can follow that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the original Law and Order is really good too, but then they brought that back too, which
I haven't seen that yet either.
Yeah.
The like Law and Order.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
They brought that back too.
Yeah, but literally, like I will go like when I leave here and go home, that's what I'm gonna put on.
All right.
And I've seen so many of them too. Like I don't know.
Well, you know, thank you so much for jumping on a mission. I appreciate it. We have to chat a little bit.
Had so much fun.
Yeah, we're excited to see you in August. I know it's going to be here before we know it. So everyone get your tickets at missionprowrestling.net. All of the shows from August through the end of the year are up on the website. You can go and purchase them all right now. You can have birthday parties there. You can celebrate everything there. And then so August 20th is the next show. Then September 17th, we're in San Antonio instead of Conroe. So just remember that when you purchase those tickets, we're in San Antonio instead of Conroe at Southern Star. So just be mindful of that. It's a different location. I'm so excited for all of the, follow, subscribe, like Mission Pro on all social channels, because that's where all the match announcements are going to go. That's where all of the new content coming out, behind the scenes clips, all of that. We have a TikTok as well, so go like that and follow. And then Anna, where can people follow you on social media and hear about your nonprofit and the work you're doing, and then upcoming shows?
Anything from me is MS Anna Diaz. So Miss Anna Diaz. I have TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the same thing, Miss Anna Diaz. That's where I post I post my nonprofit stuff there too, but for the actual page for the nonprofit, it would be WWOFL. It stands for We Will Overcome, and then Florida. So
amazing. So everyone go check that out. Do you have any merchandise as well? Is that all on your socials?
I have merchandise for the nonprofit. I'm in the process of getting merchandise for myself, and like I have a really cool design that I want to do. It takes time.
Yeah, for sure. So everyone go follow the nonprofit. Follow Anna on socials. Support when you can. Go and buy tickets at missionprowrestling.net. Follow Mission Pro on all of our socials. And thank you for joining, Anna. And thank you for everyone in the chat for always supporting. And have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. And we're going to have another episode of On a Mission on Tuesday night, so you don't want to miss that. And Anna, we'll see you in Texas in like 2 months. Very soon.
In like 2 months. Oh,
2 months, but it's going to fly by. And once we get everything announced, like it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to we're going to reach out to you. We're going to talk about it once it gets announced.
Awesome. I'm super excited. Thank you
so much. Well, everyone have a safe weekend. Be well. And thank you all so much. Have a good night.